YouTube, what's the word?
What is up, y'all? We are back, and as promised, we have that video.
We do, and it's gonna talk about how Jehovah's Witnesses cover their tracks when it comes to apostasy.
Oh my gosh, I'm telling you. And let's not call it apostasy, let's call it the truth.
The real truth.
Yes, they cover their tracks in regards to their members gaining any kind of information that would sway their thoughts in any direction aside from
what they want them to know.
Yeah, aside from Watchtower.
They do. They have their ways. So if you were a Jehovah's Witness, you remember something called the daily text. Now, this is the slick way of the daily text. You're supposed to read it when you get up and start your day. It's the way to start your day off. Now, if you understand how important it is to start your morning off, all right, think about this. Waking up on the wrong side of the bed, as they say. That sets the tone for a bad day.
Yeah.
It'll be 6 o'clock in the afternoon and somebody say, I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. This just ain't my day.
Yeah.
Or if something good happens in the morning, that sets the tone for the day. You know, you may wake up and burn sage or, you know, whatever it is you like to do in the morning. Some people, your goals. Some people wake up and go to the gym in the morning. So this sets the tone. So this is how they indoctrinate their members. The very first, before you even eat in the morning, you need to wake up and get indoctrinated.
Yes. Listen, they know the tactics. If anything, I will always give Watchtower props on knowing tactics on how to control another person and control their lives.
They're professionals.
You know? They are. They really are. They're professional at it. Because even when you talk about like what you do in the morning, he does yoga every morning. Okay, that's what sets his tone. You know, the stretches and everything. People do meditation in the morning, you know, and that's what sets their tone, just like you were saying. Yeah. So I remember we used to even create like daily text group chats with like...
Cringy.
You remember that? We used to create those so that we could all keep each other accountable of doing the daily text. So we would read the daily text and then all of us would share like a little snippet or what we liked from the freaking daily text.
Oh, I hate thinking back on that stuff. Everybody pretending to be this is so great. Like when you reading the same, it's only so much you could read in this book, man, but you just looping it over and over.
Over and over again. I swear it would be like the same thing like week after week.
Yeah. So on that note, there was a specific daily text that was focused on how to keep Jehovah's Witnesses in line.
Shout out to you, Austin. He sent it to us.
Salute. Okay,
so this was all the way from Saturday, October 19th. Okay, y'all, but we've been busy.
Right.
Anyway, so it's based off of Psalms 123:4. We have had our full share of ridicule from the self-assured. The Bible warned that in the last days there would be no shortage of ridiculers. They are motivated by their own desires for ungodly things. How can we safeguard ourselves from following the course of ridiculers? One way is to avoid associating with those who show a critical attitude. This means that we do not listen or read anything from apostates. We realize that if we are not careful, we could easily develop a critical spirit and begin to doubt Jehovah and the direction we receive through his organization. To avoid such a course, we can ask ourselves, do I usually have something negative to say when we receive new direction or explanations? Am I inclined to find fault with those taking the lead? When we are quick to correct such tendencies in ourselves, Jehovah will be pleased with us.
You want to start?
You start.
Okay, so I like to use this example here. You got this dude meet this chick for the first time, right? They start dating and he lets her know, hey, don't talk to nobody in my family or none of my old friends or nobody I dated because they gonna try to tell you all these lies about me and none of it's true. And when they gonna tell you this stuff, and it might make you might start to doubt me, or you might even start to question the things that I told you, but none of that stuff's true. And when they tell you these lies, it's gonna make you feel like this. So the woman goes, okay, and then she runs into people and they go, hey, you need to watch out for that dude. That dude is manipulative. He's a liar. He's a thief. He's a scammer. And let me ask you this: has he asked to drive your car? Yeah. Has he asked to use your credit card? Oh, yeah. No, but then in your mind is, but they said, he told me they was going to say these types of things and they was going to make me doubting. No, he not really trying to use my car or use my money. No, y'all just making up lies and stuff because y'all unhappy because he don't fool with y'all no more.
Yeah, you guys are jealous.
Y'all jealous.
Yeah.
That's exactly what the organization does to us former members. They keep you because they did it to us when we was members. Okay. All those apostates don't listen to nothing they say. They may even try to say things to persuade you, and you go, wait a minute. So they make sure to cover all tracks the best way they can. Don't even have a conversation with them. Don't look at no videos. Don't read nothing. Just stay far away from them. That's the tactic.
If you begin to think that way, you need to correct yourself.
Because you the one tripping.
You're tripping.
Yeah, you
don't
tripping.
have to answer any questions.
No.
You're being overly critical.
You the one tripping. And so this helps everything in the future now. If I keep you in check now, I can keep you in check down the line.
Yeah.
So we already know when we created this cult that it's bogus. Straight up bogus. But if I say, but over time, I may say this today, but I may become enlightened next week. If I give you a new answer next week, it's because I've become enlightened. Okay, so I'm teaching you this teaching for 30 years. We're going to say next week, but we'll make it in years. 30 years, this is the teaching. But a week later, we got a new teaching. Well, you did tell me you was going to change your mind down the line, and I'm going to just roll with it because you told me this was going to happen. So now they can literally make as many changes as they would like to because they told you they was going to do it, and they told you better not have a problem with it.
And that means you're getting closer to the end.
The closer we get to the end, the more times I'm going to twist things around.
Yeah, because the more ridiculers there will be. Because they are so moved by their own desires for ungodly things.
Yep.
What does desires for ungodly things have anything to do with the fact that this is a cult and you guys are lying?
And that's with the open mind, because to them, everything they do is godly, and whoever doesn't believe in it is ungodly. And that's what people say in the comments sometimes. Oh, y'all just want to not live by the Bible. No, we just want to live a regular life, not in a cult that's controlled by a bunch of BS. It's pretty simple.
And what does that truly mean? What does that truly... That's a conversation for another day. But they are just the biggest gaslighters, that they have went to the extent of putting this in their daily text to avoid apostates at all costs. And it's also coming with all of the new changes that they are making. So this is also telling of what is happening in the climate of Jehovah's Witnesses too, because even recently they had I don't know if it was in the update, I can't remember, but I want to say it was Splain was talking about, with all of these changes, what kind of attitude people might be having and how they get letters asking certain questions about people being on certain websites and is this true, is this not? And then he was up there basically saying, it's not right for you to even be on a website like this because you don't even know that it's an apostate website.
Trying to spook you back into place.
And completely skipping over all of the matters that need addressed. They are so good at avoiding matters that need addressed.
Like a politician or something. Like that's how you ask them a straight question. Anyways, we will have answers next week. Oh, but what about next week, like I said? What next week, like I said? That's how they handle these things.
I'm telling you, what in the world? And them always talking about people having a critical attitude. It's not about having a critical attitude. Then they love to insert God where the organization really lies, you know? So instead of saying the governing body said this, it's always God said it.
The Santa Claus with a kid.
Yeah, just
Santa Claus told you Santa Claus is he not gonna come give you no present if you're not doing what I told you to do.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Just like what they said here, we could easily develop a critical spirit and begin to doubt Jehovah and the direction we receive through his organization.
And this is, like you said, a way to blame it on Jehovah. No, don't. This ain't got nothing to do with no Jehovah. What are you talking about?
Yes, what are you talking about? Because this isn't in the Bible.
At all. And it asks, like, do I usually have something negative to say? It's not that people are negative. They are just realistic. If you are telling me all these years that this is what Jehovah has said, and you coming out of nowhere with a rule that I've never seen coming, for example, the beard thing. Beards out of nowhere, went from being taboo, you can't have no privileges, people ain't supposed to really hang with you because you don't care about Jehovah, to it's being snatched.
Or his standard.
Exactly. To all of a sudden, it's flipped upside down, and you don't want people to be like, well, what about the last? We're not talking about that. Just be happy. Like, no, people, you don't get to just say some crazy stuff and skip right by it and don't give people a chance to raise their hand and be like, whoa, what did you just say? Or, well, what about all these years? Or like the blood thing all of a sudden.
Yeah.
That changed multiple times and nobody's allowed to go, well, wait a minute. I know people that passed away by listening to that. Oh, are you having a negative attitude, brother?
No.
Now they trick people into acting like, dang, I do have a negative attitude for asking some common sense questions.
Like, no, make it make sense.
Yeah, we
make
need
it
answers.
make sense to your members. Period. What is the problem with doing that? And they want their members to avoid these websites at all costs because it's an apostate website. It's an apostate information. Apostate information is bringing light to what you guys are saying. It's literally showing your guys' information as the organization, showing all of your information and comparing it side by side. It's things that they are saying.
You know what apostate information is? A personal study. Literally, is all it is a personal
study.
You are doing a personal study of Jehovah's Witnesses literature and going, all right, let me stop and read this instead of somebody telling me what it means or what I have to think of it. And I'm not just going to look at this week's article. I'm going to look at whatever articles I want to.
Babe.
Even the stuff that's not on the website that y'all used to have.
Yes.
I'm doing the in-depth. This is the thing. Ex-Jehovah's Witnesses know more about Jehovah's Witnesses than Jehovah's Witnesses.
That's a problem.
Exactly.
That's a problem. And you're right. It's a personal study of Watchtower's inventory.
All of it.
Literally.
Not just the control on what you need to read. No, that book that you threw in the trash and told us to keep walking. No, I'm about to go back in the trash and pull that out because I want to know why it's in there.
Yes.
Yeah, why can't we talk about this no more?
Right.
Yeah.
And also just, they talk about being humble so much. Be humble and admit that you are wrong. But they also have such a big issue in admitting they don't know.
Exactly.
Period, point blank. It is not okay for the organization to look completely different this year than it did just
last year.
5 years ago.
Right.
Literally.
They can't twist things like that. And this is what we always bring it back to. What's truth today has to be truth tomorrow.
If it's truth.
If it's truth. But if you say this is truth today and tomorrow you have a different truth, you have to acknowledge that yesterday it was wrong.
Yes.
I can't tell you every day that I'm 7 feet tall and you go, wait a minute, you're not 7 foot. Oh, okay. So wait a minute. When you told me you were 7 feet, were you lying? There's literally no way to dance around that.
No.
You know for a fact if you was telling the truth or not.
Yes.
But you can't say, oh, I have new light. No, you knew for a fact it's a big difference between being 5'9" and being 7'9". Mm-hmm. Don't sit here and try to bamboozle me and act like I'm wrong for noticing something ain't right.
Exactly. And the truth is, this just means that there is nothing that sets Watchtower apart from the rest of religion.
And that's... Oh, go ahead.
No, that's it. That's the point.
This is going to be a separate video, but that is why people always say, why do people leave Jehovah's Witnesses and just be done with religion, period? Because you've already seen the hypocrisy in a lot of other stuff, and you go, okay, well, that's wrong, but this is the truth. And when you realize this ain't the truth, it's like, wait a minute. Let me step back and look at everything.
All of them.
And that'll be a separate video, but that's just something that I just thought of.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It is true because the truth is nothing stops evolving.
No.
So what truly is true? You know what I mean? It's dependent on each person's perspective and what people have gone through in their own lives and what is true for them.
Yeah.
My truth here in America, where I live, is a completely different truth to what people are going through in Gaza and in like over there.
Or even just household by household.
Even household by household. Everything is so different. And even like a small example would be, somebody said the other day, what makes kids act completely different, or sometimes kids are just born to be rotten, because you could see kids coming from a completely amazing household with 2 great parents. I'm like, they're great to you. You don't know what they're experiencing in that household. And then she was like, oh, well, no, their siblings turned out fine. And I'm like, but how the siblings experience the parent can also be completely different. We all have different perceptions of the people that are in our lives. So even if you're raised in the same household with both of the same parents, you can experience them totally different.
That's true.
Which changes your truth about your parent.
It does. It's that critical with everything.
With everything. That's just a small example.
Yep.
But those are our thoughts on that daily text. We thought that daily text was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I forgot all about the daily text. Seeing this was just irritating because it's like, we understand it's like mixed. Some days it's just like it is what it is. And other days it's like it's annoying when you got family that's still in this stuff and they can't see.
They can't see it.
And they can't see what's right in front of their eyes, but you can see it. It's like being like in those movies, like The Sixth Man, when the dude passed away and he was a basketball player, but he was still at the games and on the court, but they couldn't see him and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, that's how you feel like somebody that died and now you just there in a room full of people. And it's like one person can see you and they're like, y'all look. And everybody's like, what?
What are you talking about?
Oh, I don't see it. That's how it is being outside this cult. And it's like, y'all don't see this stuff? See what? And it's like,
how?
Man, this stuff is in plain sight, and you even question yourself, how did I not see this stuff?
Yeah.
Yep.
I still question myself. Like, was I that? Like, just going through the motions, just asleep.
Until a certain point. Then we woke up, so we did see it. And y'all seen it too. That's why y'all here watching this.
Right.
Except for the Jehovah's Witnesses, I don't know what y'all seeing. The ones that be in every comment like, no, you guys are speaking against Jehovah's organization. It's like you can show them at a Diddy party, the governing body, and they'll, no. They're there trying to preach the good news. Like you can show them the best evidence. They will cover it up the best way they can. It doesn't matter because they that lost in the sauce. The governing body can tell them themselves, yeah, we be scamming. No, you guys don't.
No.
You're not the real governing body. You're
You guys are
AIs.
just joking.
Yeah, like they just fall for the okie doke,
Yeah.
Yeah, but let us know what y'all think about this cringy daily text.
I'm telling you.
Stay away from apostates, right? But hit us on our Instagram at Awaken Truths IG. Y'all got us up to 1,000 on our TikTok, and that's at Awaken Truths LLC. Thanks to y'all. What else we got for them?
We have our healing journals. We have the normal version and the Pimo version for our fellow Pimos.
Below?
Well, not fellow. We're not Pimos.
No.
Anyways, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will catch y'all in the next one.
Peace.